Mike, the third quarter seemed like the offense, it looks like Ariel got a little bit more help in that third quarter. Offense was just more efficient in general. What kind of changed a little bit after that time?
We didn't change much other than we made one adjustment to start the half, which I won't say what it was, to just get Elena a couple easier touches so that we could recognize a little bit better where the double teams were coming from. I thought our spacing early we had too many people in the same area. Try to, if they doubled, make decisions out of it. Good. We still had some turnovers, but in general, it was much better.
You talked a lot about those lulls in last game and from other games, and it seems like every time you might have kind of started to get into that kind of spot that you guys were able to kind of figure out, get out of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I thought we did a better job today of, when we got in that mode of making sure we got the ball in the right hands. Elena got more touches in the second half, which helped us too. I mean, at halftime, she only had 5 field goal attempts. And, I know they're doubling and they're trying to make her into a passer, but we got her kind of a little bit more space. And then we made sure that Ariel got some touches too. So, if we make some layups that we missed, it might have been I wouldn't have to sweat at the end of the game. So.
And every win is important, but just from, I guess, a mentality standpoint, is it much better to get a win against this team as opposed to going to 0-3?
Yeah, it is. I mean, if we play them in the playoffs, knowing that we can beat them was big. Knowing that we can defend them. They're hard to defend, and they have a lot of players who have played together for a while. And so their offensive rhythm is pretty good right now. That I think that's a confidence booster for us.
Thank you. Good night for Ariel. What did you like most about how she played?
I thought she was aggressive from the start, looking to try to, create mix up between taking jump shots and attacking the basket. I think that's important for her. I think she gets a lot of confidence when she can knock down an early 3, because now the defense really has to close out hard on her, and she can, decide whether she wants to attack or not. I think she got in that mode where she could do either tonight.
And you guys had a pretty big advantage in paint points.
Yeah, I mean, we thought they would try to attack the paint a little bit more today, but we did a good job of helping. We doubled a couple times. We made them pass it out. We mixed it up a little bit. So I think, we learned a little bit from our lessons yesterday.
Last thing, I know Bree didn't make a lot of shots, but she took 6 of them. Is that a number you like?
Who'd you say?
Bree?
Yeah, I do like the number. I think that, we need her to be aggressive. She had 2 kind of go in and out. So, and we're going to need her, her minutes to buy time for other people and to keep our tempo going. I thought she pushed the ball up hard and make them, have to run back defensively. She had some great passes that people missed shots. So that's the way it is.
Do you feel like you learned a lot about Seattle in these 2 games?
Yeah, I think we have. I mean, both teams will still, tweak some things before we get to the playoffs. It's not a given that we're going to play them. I don't know who won the other game today with Connecticut and Chicago, but it's quite a battle. Seattle, us, and Connecticut. For positioning here in the next few weeks. So, but I think we are learning about how to play certain teams and about ourselves a little bit in these situations, and I think that. I hope anyway that we'll learn some offensive lessons from this too.
And early in the game, I noticed you guys had some mismatches that you couldn't get the ball back to. You ever feel like you're trying to force into the mismatch, or is it...
No, in fact, I think we did a couple times, but I thought a couple times we went away from it when we should have gone to it. A couple times early in the game, they had Jewel Lloyd switched on to Elena, and I thought we went away from it too easily. I think that. If nothing else, sometimes you have to throw it there and invite the double team so that you get better looks for somebody else on the other side. It's a hard job for a good scoring post player to be willing to, take that double team so that you can get a teammate open. But, Elena's kind of accepted that. I thought she made some good passes out of the double teams today.
Coach, again, close, gritty win. I guess, can you hang your hat on the defense and knowing that even if you get a close one, you can still put out?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a magical number right now, holding people to 75 points, where I think one of the biggest numbers, we held them to 20 in the paint. Our turnovers were lower again today, but if we could shoot the ball a little better, but you got two really good defensive teams going at each other, and teams that are smart defensively, and they read situations. Both teams made some mistakes too in defensive coverage, and so it's kind of comes down to I told our team, basically, you need to be better a couple possessions per quarter than they are, and that's the difference between good teams a lot of times.
And then Natasha with the double, 10 assists.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 games. She's got 21 assists in the last 2 games. She was kind of frustrated at halftime. She had missed some shots that, she thought she should have made in the paint. But she expends a lot of energy. I mean, she comes out and she plays, almost 30 minutes again, and has to defend Jewel Lloyd for part of the game, Sue for part of the game, and, still lead us on the offensive end. It's a lot of work. I mean, that's what the great point guards have to do.
My last one, see Elena coming off a back-to-back. How do you think she fares?
I think she felt good today. I mean, she was anxious to play more minutes today. I mean, she played the most minutes she's probably played, I think, all year, or close to it. Played over 32 minutes, and, kind of pushing the envelope a little bit to see where she is.
Any idea about Tuesday for her?
Right now, his plan is to go. Yeah. So. On Zoom?
Nothing on Zoom today, Coach.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
that's easy. All right, thanks. I can go home.
Thanks, man. You too. Thanks. Hey, you too. Congrats one more time.
Thank you.
Elena, can you take us through that final basket? It's go up 78-73. You drove left and spun through Sue and Can you just take me through that sequence?
Yeah, we just kind of felt like I could get it going on the block, especially towards the end of the game. I was seeing, doubles on the block through the whole game, but towards the end of the game, other teams get nervous and need to close out on shooters. So I felt like if I caught it and went fast, I would have an opportunity to score the ball. And, I just made sure this time to finish, unlike yesterday. Got to learn from your mistakes.
You guys were really efficient in that third quarter, and think the operation just looked a little bit better in that second half. What did you guys tweak coming out of half?
I think it was more us learning from yesterday and realizing the importance of each offensive possession, because if you make a mistake, a team like Seattle makes you pay for it. So we knew we had to get really good looks each time down the court. And we were patient with it, but also we're able to kind of keep our pace. And, everybody was just playing a little bit more aggressive and ready to attack. Mai, you could sit down.
Please join us. No,
He was going. Come on,
I thought you were going to ask a question.
I was about to. The catch was giving me the stare.
Yeah.
And this is just for
Double,
any of
double.
y'all. How important, everyone is important,
Akira
but
again?
not to go 0-3 against this team, a team that you very likely could face in the playoffs. From a mental standpoint, how important was this win to, know y'all can get over that hump? Not that you think you can, but
Yeah. I think it's important because this is a really good basketball team, and knowing that they have experience within the playoffs, we know it's not an easy feat. So for us to be able to buckle down and stick to the game plan, in my personal opinion, that's what I love most about when we win, is when we actually listen to the game plan and execute it.
Elena, how was it for you, playing a back-to-back? And Coach T said he thought that today might have been close to your season high in minutes. So
Yeah.
Can you walk us through kind of your prep to play a back-to-back and how you're feeling at the moment?
Yeah, really exciting to be able to get through a back-to-back. This was a huge challenge that we kind of wanted to see how I'd respond, and I'm doing well. After the game yesterday, I got a couple hours of treatment, and then today I came in super early to, get my work in, and I'll spend some time after. And then tomorrow's a great recovery day. And then we have a really good Vegas team coming in. So I'm excited about the way I'm able to respond at this point of the season. This was, sort of the plan, but a back-to-back is always like a little like iffy on the body. So I'm feeling good.
And then for any of you, maybe Myisha, just curious about.
Wow. Let's see if she'll answer a question here.
Thank you. Just give me a break. I was just gonna ask about the points in the paint, which is why I'm turning to you. You guys had a big advantage there. I don't remember what the number was offhand, but you held them to 20 points in the paint, I think. So how are you guys able to execute that? Because I think the number was a little bit higher yesterday.
My bro, come
Um, we were able to hold them just because we were playing like more team defense, showing a crowd. Yeah, not letting them see easy paint touches, I guess.
And then Ariel, big game for you. Just what were you seeing out there? How are you feeling? I feel like it's hard to put up, the stat line that you did on a back-to-back. So what was working for you?
Keeping my dribble. I think that was the biggest thing. Keeping my dribble, keeping my eyes up. That was helpful because I was able to see kind of the whole floor. And then just trying to stay in attack mode. I feel like she gains a lot of attention, and that helps me.
Elena, earlier you said this team doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. What does a bounce back win today kind of say about the team?
It just kind of points back to our grit as a team, and our ability to get past, a tough loss like yesterday and refocus, and everybody come in with a different, chip on their shoulder, ready to go. So it's huge. And that's the type of mentality you need to be successful in playoffs. So it's good to get these tests right now.
All right. One of the things Coach Noel said pregame to us was kind of making it hard on you guys, especially guards. You had a good day. What did you see out there that made you have a superb day today?
Just trying to be aggressive. I think that was all of our mentality coming into this game. We know that they're a long team, got some athletic players. We just wanted to attack them and be aggressive.
And lastly, to you, Myisha. I'll keep it quick. The physicality.
Not reading the room. Okay, go.
One of the things Coach Noel said, the physicality of you, Shakira, just what was it like out there today battling against Seattle?
Yeah, I mean, they're great bigs. They have great bigs over there. They're super long. So just trying to get the ball up, first of all, I think, and just attacking them was my mindset. I don't know, you can ask Shakira herself, but like just playing my game and trying to, beat them to the spot and get the ball up over them because they're super long.
So first for Ariel.
What's up, Pepper?
Huh?
What's up?
Great to see you too. So just start off, talk about how you were able to make adjustments, especially in the fourth quarter, because it was a post game and this back-to-back. So how are you able to make adjustments from last game to today?
I think down the stretch, they're a heavy pick and roll team. And I think our bigs did a really good job of being at the level of the screens and then calling out our coverages. It was really huge down the stretch.
And then Elena, I talked to AC about you, and she said you have a calm presence, even though you can see how much you want to win in your eyes. How are you able to, keep that calm presence for your team?
Just a confidence in my teammates, in this entire group, and then in myself. Just knowing that if we stick to the game plan, if we make good reads and be ourselves, we can be very successful. So it's just a confidence in everybody around me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just one more quick for me. You guys clinched last night. You knew that was coming. Is that
Yes.
there was no really doubt in that? So does that mean anything that now it's official, or is it like, hey, just keep plugging along?
It means a lot to me. I mean, we didn't make playoffs last year. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember that. I remember how all that felt. So it's big. Like, it's not an easy thing to do in this league. And people try to make it seem like, oh, like you just expect to make playoffs. Like, nah, it's hard. So it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for Christos.
Hey, ladies, congratulations on the win. Question for each one of you. What kind of statement was that win and that effort on today's game?
Nah.
Can you say that again? Your mic was going kind of in and out.
You hear me now?
Oh,
Great. What kind of statement was that win for you and that effort overall?
it was a great win. Back-to-backs are tough enough, especially when you have a great team like Seattle coming in. It makes it very difficult. So it was big for us to lock in, to bounce back, and to get it done on our home floor. We needed that.
And going to the playoffs, you are on the final stretch of the regular season. How important and what you need to do to raise the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end?
I think we can make people feel us a little bit more. I think you kind of saw it tonight. I was trying to be aggressive at the point of the screens, but just make people feel us more on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
All right, I think that's it, everyone.
Greatness.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.